It's a treatment trusted by millions of people, from little kids to the elderly. But have you ever stopped to wonder how it actually works? Well, today we're going to do just that. We're diving deep into the science of PEG to really understand the magic behind the relief it provides, all backed by decades of rock-solid research. So yeah, this is the big question we're tackling. By the end of this, you're not just going to know that it works, you'll know exactly how it works and why it's become the #1 recommendation for doctors all over the world. All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll set the stage by looking at the problem it solves. Then, we'll meet the molecule itself, PEG, and see exactly how it does its thing. After that, we'll dig into the decades of proof behind it and see why it's earned this huge global thumbs up from medical experts. Let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, let's be real. Constipation is an incredibly common and, really uncomfortable problem. It affects both adults and kids, and finding a solution that's both gentle and effective is, a huge deal in healthcare. And that, of course, brings us to the hero of our story today, polyethylene glycol, or as pretty much everyone calls it, PEG. This is the molecule that totally changed the game for constipation management. So what exactly is PEG? At its heart, it's a long chain of molecules with one simple but incredibly powerful property. It's hydrophilic. Now, that's a fancy science word that just means it loves water. And that one simple characteristic, well, that's the key to everything. And listen, this is not some new experimental thing. It's a super versatile molecule that's used in all sorts of products. It was first registered as a laxative way back in 1995 in the UK, which gives it a nearly 30-year track record of being trusted and safe. And that trust isn't just in one or two places. We're talking about PEG being an approved therapy in over 45 countries worldwide. That's a powerful global consensus right there, built up over decades. So, how does this simple molecule bring such effective relief? The whole secret, the entire mechanism, really comes down to one core idea. PEG acts like a water magnet inside your body. Here's the play-by-play. As PEG travels through your gut, your body doesn't really absorb it. Instead, because it loves water so much, each single molecule of PEG grabs onto and holds up to 100 water molecules, pulling all that fluid directly into the stool. All this extra water naturally softens things up and adds a little bulk. Then, that increased volume gently signals the gut wall to start its natural wave-like movement. That's called peristalsis, which helps everything move along smoothly. The amazing part is it works with your body's own processes, not against them. Now, that's the theory, and it sounds great, right? But what does the actual science say? Well, the case for PEG is built on decades of research that is, frankly, extensive and remarkably consistent. This timeline really tells the story. Ever since it was introduced back in the 80s, the evidence has just kept building. In 1999, a huge study confirmed it was way better than a placebo. Then you have these crucial studies in kids, one in 2004 and another as recently as 2023, that showed it was more effective than other common treatments. And that 2014 study, it confirmed what doctors had been seeing for years. It works great and is well tolerated, even for long-term use in kids. Let's zoom in on that 2004 pediatric study, because it revealed something really important. PEG didn't just work better than lactulose, it was also gentler. Kids taking PEG had a much higher success rate, and they reported way less abdominal pain and straining. And this chart just makes it crystal clear. You can literally see the difference in treatment success. And you see that little p-value noted at the bottom? In simple terms, that's the scientific proof that this result wasn't just a fluke. It's a statistically significant difference, which is the absolute gold standard in medical research. And the strong evidence isn't just for mild cases. For more severe conditions like fecal impaction, multiple studies have shown PEG is a better option compared to older treatments like mineral oil or enemas. It's just a less invasive and more effective approach. So after all these years of research, what's the bottom line? Well, when you put all of this evidence together, what you get is a clear, undeniable global consensus from the medical community. I mean, just look at this list of organizations, from the UK's National Health Authority to the World Gastroenterology Organization, and all the top pediatric societies across Europe, North America, and India. They all independently looked at the same data and came to the exact same conclusion. At this point, it's pretty much settled science. And this quote right here from the combined European and North American pediatric gastroenterology societies, it just says it all. Recommending something as the first-line treatment is the strongest possible endorsement. It means this is where doctors should start. This table just shows how that consensus has been built and reaffirmed over and over again. Kicking off in 2010 and reconfirmed as recently as 2023, the recommendation has been consistent and strong. PEG is the go-to evidence-backed treatment. But the story doesn't even end there, which is what's so cool. The science on PEG is still evolving. New research is showing how effective it is in other critical areas, like providing a better bowel prep for colonoscopies, and even managing constipation in the ICU, where gentle, predictable relief is absolutely vital. Which kinda leaves us with this final thought. PEG has gone from being a simple polymer to a first-line medical treatment with a mountain of evidence behind it. After such a successful 30 years, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What new discoveries and applications will the next 30 years of research reveal about this truly remarkable molecule?